Hey everyone, it's Kayla, and today I thought I'd do a video on my current OTPs. And if you aren't familiar with the term OTP, it means one true pairing, what fictional characters you want to see together, who your favorite ships are. I came up with this video idea with Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey. We were in the middle of Fallen Kingdoms, and then we were also talking about Gossip Girl, the Bone season, and different things like that, so we're like, hey, let's do this video. I'll leave her video below. It's going to be uploaded at the same time. Okay, so let's just jump right into this list. I ship so many people. It hurts my heart. So first, let's talk about the ships from the series that inspired this video. Fallen Kingdoms and Rebel Spring by Morgan Rhodes. Let's talk about how I ship everyone with everyone in this series. The first book, I shipped Cleo and Jonas so hardcore, it wasn't even funny. I love how they hated each other, and it reminded me of Perry and Arya from Under the Never Sky. So much tension. I think they would work well together, and I think that they would do amazing things together for this country that's shit out of luck right now, let's be honest. But then this book happened. I don't know, guys. I'm conflicted. Cleo and Magnus, Cleo and Jonas. I don't know. But yes, Cleo and Magnus / Jonas are definitely high on my list right now. The next series I want to talk about is the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. Most of these ships are from YA Fantasy. Do you see a pattern? I ship Alina with anyone who isn't Mal. Mal's just not as interesting as the other male counterparts in this story. I shipped Alina in this book with the Darkling so hardcore I didn't know what to do with myself. They have such great tension, such great scenes together. Their chemistry just oozes off the pages, and it's just so hard not to root for them as a couple. I think that she could have brought the best out of him. But then, book 2 happened, Siege and Storm, much like the Fallen Kingdom series, and my ships went out the window because Nikolai was introduced. But he was more of an amazing guy, the Darkling's more sexy, Nikolai's more... So I extremely ship Alina with someone who isn't Mal, preferably the Darkling, because, oh my god, the tension. Let's talk about Saga, the graphic novel series by Brian K. Vaughan and illustrated by Fiona Staples. The main characters in this story, Alana and Marco, I ship so hard, and here's a picture of them. And yes, they're in a Harlequin romance pose. I love them so much as a couple. They're so badass. They'll do anything to protect their love and relationship. Tension and chemistry just pour off the page. And who doesn't like forbidden romance because they come from opposite sides of a war, and I just love them so much. Changing pace a little bit, I want to talk about a TV show, Drop Dead Diva. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but recently I discovered it was on Netflix. It's about a model who's a little ditzy, and on the way to an audition, she dies. And she goes to this like afterlife type place, hits the reset button, which she's not allowed to do, so as punishment they send her back into a plus-sized lawyer's body, and it is just fantastic. And the twist is that a partner at the law firm that she works at was her fiance in her previous life, so she has to deal with that. She has to deal with the feelings, and I ship them so hard. Oh, the feels! Just how their relationship develops, and he has to learn how to like her for who she is, and she can't tell anybody that she's this girl, so she has to make him fall in love with her all over again as a plus-size person. It's so good. I ship Jane and Grayson so hard, and if they're not together at the end of the series, I'm gonna be a little angry. Next, I want to talk about The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, another YA fantasy novel. There's a love triangle in here, but it's done so well. Lainey and I had decided that it's a OTT, one true triangle, and not a one true pairing, because I cannot pick a side. This book centers on a girl who runs away on her wedding day. She doesn't want to be a part of an arranged marriage. Two people go after her, an assassin to kill her and the prince that she was supposed to marry, and they all meet up, but you don't know who's who. It's so intriguing. She has great chemistry with both of them, and I just ship it all. Let's talk about Glee. I know Glee hasn't been the best the last couple seasons because the writing has gone down, not to mention they graduated, so they're not like in high school anymore, and it's just all over the place. But I'm a Gleek to the core. Occasionally my sister and I will sit down and watch Netflix together. We'll watch past Glee performances, like our favorites and stuff. I ship Rachel and Finn so hard. It hurts my heart so much about the real life issues that have gone on outside of Glee. Obviously, Corey Monteith isn't with us anymore. I just ship Rachel and Finn so hard. And watching like past seasons reminds me of how I shipped them when I first watched the series, and they're just so wonderful. They have such chemistry when they sing together. Finchel for life, you know what I'm saying? I just watched an episode from season 3, I believe. It was the Valentine's Day episode. Finn like goes up to her and he's like, I named a star after myself, and she was like, oh, okay. And he's like, I thought that would be a good Valentine's Day present. And she was just like, what? And he's like, I was gonna name it Rachel Berry, but there's already a star named Rachel Berry. The feels. The feels. The next book I want to talk about is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I read this in June. It was probably my favorite read of the year. I ship Warden and Paige so hard. Like, it hurts my brain. I don't even know what to say except for that. I love this ship so much that I'm dedicating a page of my Wreck This journal to the relationship in this book. Just saying. Oh my god. All I'm saying is he set fire to the poppies. And if you read it, you understand what I mean. The next relationship I want to talk about is from the Sigma Force series by James Rollins. I have them all on my Kindle. I'll flash the titles here. The 10th book just came out. For those of you that don't know, the Sigma Force series is about a special forces unit in Washington, D.C. called Sigma. Basically, it's about scientists turned soldiers, and then they go on these special ops missions and things like that. James Rollins used to be a veterinarian, so he's really good at incorporating science and technology into his books, and it's freaking scary, man. Most of the stuff that he talks about in his novels is real. Nature stuff and genetic stuff. It's just mind-blowing. If you like adult books and if you like action-adventure thrillers, awesome. Back to the shipping. I guess you could say the main guy, his name is Grayson Pierce. There's an assassin that he goes up against in the first couple books. Her name's Syken. She keeps reappearing. She's an assassin for Sigma Force's like enemy group. Of course they're enemies, but I ship them so hard. I just love their interactions. I love how they hate each other, want to kill each other. Enemy tension. I'm not going to say anything about what happens in later books, but... So then of course I couldn't have an OTP video without talking about Kale and Selena from the Throne of Glass series, especially in Crown of Midnight, the second book of the series by Sarah J. Maas. Holy shit. I can't say enough about Kale and Selena. I think it was Jillian from Bookish and Nerdy who said that Kale is the captain of her heart instead of the guard, because he's the captain of the guard in this book. Kale is definitely the captain of my heart. He is just so wonderful. He's driven by duty, but at the same time he loves her, and I love how the relationship really takes off in this book, and they have such great chemistry. I can't wait to read Air of Fire and see where this is all going. This series, guys, is just fantastic. As Kenya from My Little Bookshelf would say, Kaelena all the way. I'm obsessed with Legend of Korra, and it's the sequel series to Avatar: The Last Airbender. I ship Korra and Mako so hard. I don't know whether it's because deep down I shipped Zuko and Katara in the original series, and Mako and Korra are the waterbender, firebender equals, kind of, in this series, and I just wanted them together, and most people have problems with Mako. I know he's not everybody's favorite character by all means, but I just love them together. And I actually drew them. This was the only OTP that I actually ever drew, and I'll insert the picture here. The writers actually did away with a lot of the relationship drama in season 3, and I really appreciated that because it should not be the focus of a show like that, and it made the show that much stronger. When there's little moments between Mako and Korra, I'm just like, the thump, the thump, the thump. Makora all the way. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out Lainey's video below. It's so much fun to discuss who you ship. And please let me know below who your #1 OTP is at the moment. And I will see you soon with another video. Bye!